we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Show Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row. We're the fastest growing company in America. Now, Phil will share business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. The Phil's Gang. Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 9 a.m. on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands, at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Please grab a pen and paper or type this into your phone. InvestYourself.com. For the best free financial newsletter on the planet, go to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. Hi, my name is Bob Renier, and for over 20 years I've been publishing InvestYourself.com, and I guarantee this is the only newsletter that provides the truth. It's easy to read, and it's free. Consider this. The feds have just ended the QE program in this country, but Japan and Europe continue to print money, and all of this affects our stock market in ways you've never seen before. I invite you to sign up at InvestYourself.com. Our absolutely free newsletter will help guide you through what's really affecting our markets instead of the nonsense you hear from the mainstream media. For over 20 years, people have called it the best free newsletter on the planet, and I think you'll agree. Take a moment and go over to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. It's absolutely free, no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's InvestYourself.com, InvestYourself.com.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Show Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row. We're the fastest growing company in America. Now, Phil will share business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com is a powerful online website for novice and experienced stock traders and investors who demand professional-grade online tools, superior customer support, and extensive investing education. Not sure how to trade or invest in stocks? philsgang.com is your #1 educational source for online stock trading and investing material, with daily webinars, individual charting videos, and programs customized to make you a smarter, more informed investor. It's as simple as following Phil's Gang philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell. When they buy, you buy. And when they short stocks, you short. In this volatile market, wouldn't it be nice to have someone guide and coach you to create wealth in the stock market? Well, you can with philsgang.com. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
A lot of families are saving a lot of money at the gas pump, which is putting some smiles on folks' faces. And, you're welcome.
There you go again. There he goes again. He has nothing to do with the oil or gasoline prices being low. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Hope you had a great weekend. It was a beautiful weekend here in Florida. My brother lives in New England, buried with snow, so I kind of teased him for a while over the weekend. But a lot happened over the weekend. What really happened over the weekend is these shows, these Sunday shows, these Saturday shows, the commentary, the jibber jabbers. I've never seen so much jibber jabbering in my life on these numbers, on these job numbers. You think they created 2.7 million jobs instead of 257,000 jobs. All I heard was stuff like this, which is nonsense.
You can only be pleased with this type of number. You saw the jobs numbers you talked about, but you also saw strong wage growth.
First of all, it wasn't wage growth. What they're not telling you, that wage increase of 2.2% or 12 cents, wasn't wages. It was benefits. It was benefits. And some of that was that McDonald's and the rest of these fast food restaurants are moving up their minimum wage. Next week or next month, what we'll see is layoffs because they moved up the minimum wage. Many of these stores are going to have to start laying people off to keep their margins. But it's just like Obama taking credit for this gasoline, the low price. The low price is because of fracking, and he's been trying to stop fracking forever. Matter of fact, he cut back all the leases on government property by 70% so people could not frack. That's right, he cut back 70%. All the production, a 50% increase in oil that came from fracking, is all on private lands, not on U.S. lands, not on the government lands. It just isn't. 70% he cut. So it's just ridiculous, just like these numbers are ridiculous. You see, they didn't even mention when they gave us that number, 257,000, that 13 million jobs were lost during the recession. Only 3 million have been returned. That's never happened. Out of 11 recessions, this is the first recovery that's happened. It's the first one. Never. Matter of fact, within 18 months, on all the jobs you lose during the recession, you claw them all back. This is the only president that has never done that. Yet to hear the jibber jabber on Friday, you think we are creating, as they say, 2.5 million jobs. It's just 257,000 jobs. In fact, that's not a true number. They left out 23 million jobs that were lost in the oil patch. That's right. Out of the 23 million, they only credited 2,000, less than 2,000, 1,900. That's right. So instead of 23 million jobs, 23,000 jobs that were lost in the oil patch, they said, well, we'll take 1,900 and we'll subtract that because we didn't want to disturb the nice number of 257,000. What are you, nuts? It's like hearing Obama brag about his 10 million new jobs he created in 51 months. But no one points out, first of all, it's 6 million, not 10 million. But even if you give him the credit for 10 million over the 51 months, the working population grew by 11.2 million. So the country has lost ground in job creation, not gained. But you would not know that from listening to these people who just go on and on how great this number was. And as I said, the 2.2% 12 cent increase wasn't wages but benefits. And that's a one-time event. Also part of the 12 cents, as I said, was the minimum wage in these states. They're going up for the first time. Now, to make the number, the 257,000, look better than they are, as I say, the oil, okay, they didn't take the full 23, they didn't deduct the 23,000 jobs lost. In fact, it's more than 23,000. It's really over 50,000 with a multiplier effect. For each job you lose, you multiply it, I think it's like 2 times. Because one job, for example, if you lose an oil rig job, then in the city where that oil rig is, then the person at the bakery loses his job and the dry cleaner loses his job, and it goes all the way down the line. Because one guy at the oil field loses his job, that means he's not going to the bakery as often, or he's not going to the supermarket as often. So you have the multiplier effect. Also, what they didn't mention on Friday was the trade deficit. This was crazy, because the trade deficit, a deficit means you subtract it from the GDP. So they didn't subtract it from the GDP this month, which is amazing. So the trade deficit for December, I'm telling you, the wheels came off. 46 billion deficit, which again has to go against the GDP for December. They did not subtract it. That's probably a full point off the GDP, but they didn't want to take it off. Now remember, they're looking for 37 billion. Came in at 46 billion. And you talk about the wheels coming off. Now, what is so deceiving? You listen to these jibber jabbers, or you read the New York Times. They spun it. This was great news that people are consuming. They're consuming because our nation. That's all we do is consume. 70% of our economic growth is consumption. But wait a minute, it's backwards. It's backwards. It's so deceiving when they do that. It's just the opposite. It's bad news. See, who gets the good news is the other side of the ocean. They are producing jobs. They are hiring factory workers. They are putting people to work. And then they send the goods to us, and we consume it with our credit cards. In fact, our deficits, the trade deficit, also is bad news because our debt goes up. What are they, nuts? These jibber jabbers are going nuts on Friday. Nuts on Friday. Oh, this is great news. Great news. We are consuming. That's the last thing we want people to do is consume. Because they're consuming with credit cards. They're consuming with debt. Already Americans' total debt is higher now at $58 trillion compared to when Obama came into office in 2009 at $50 trillion. Yet there's no mention that the fourth quarter GDP of 2.6 will be revised downward next month to 1.8% because of the deficit. Or they didn't even mention earnings were down by 5%. And overall corporate earnings on an annual basis dropped like a flying crowbar. This is crazy. How they come out with these numbers on Friday and have a parade. For what? They reverse engineered these numbers. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. So here's an interesting fact about their reverse engineering in these numbers. Do you know when they come up with our numbers, They no longer deduct the expense of the many mergers and acquisitions and IPOs, those expenses that didn't go through? That's right. The new accounting rules they made for the banks, they don't have to expense those anymore. They used to. Some IPOs, some mergers can cost up to $12 million, $15 million, $20 million in expense, and it didn't go through. They used to have to write that off as an expense. No more. They don't have to write it off as expense anymore. So when their earnings come out, they look better than they are. Are you kidding me? What are you, nuts? That's why we use charts. That's why you want to be a gang member. Learn how to use a chart to buy a stock. We'll be right back after this break. 15 past the hour here on Phil's Gang. And again, when the market opens, we'll take a look at the market.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They are savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
PhilGang.com chooses InteractiveBroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information. Be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's InteractiveBrokers.com.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Show Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row. We're the fastest growing company in America. Now, Phil will share business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Investors who want to maximize their opportunities and minimize their losses, turn to philsgang.com. Beginner or seasoned investor, philsgang.com is where you learn to invest using professional level skills and strategies, regardless of your experience and investing goals.
Been a member for about a year, and this year I'm up around 60% on my portfolio.
I'm a new gang member. I'm up like 15% in 3 months. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
For only $49.95 a month, you will have access to all Phil's Gang programs, special alerts, the daily investing class, and all material is archived. So why don't you take care of your financial opportunities with philsgang.com? Operators are standing by. Simply call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com today.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grande. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring for 2 years. So they didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. At just a 1% fee, they wipe out 28% of your money.
So you're saying there's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away for your retirement.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel on youtube.com.
And to get to my video channel, go to The Phil's Gang on YouTube. And every couple days, I have brand new videos. Very seldom do I go beyond 2 days. Okay, I try every 2 days to put new, fresh videos up about the market. Real interesting stuff. It's absolutely free. You should check it out. Okay, listen to this, what Jack Lew said, okay, about the numbers on Friday. This is insane.
We just got an outstanding jobs report, 1 million jobs created in the past 3 months. Is it time to say that finally the financial crisis is over?
Look, I think that it is time to say that we've really turned the corner.
We really turned the corner? No, we haven't. You turned the corner in how to fudge the numbers. You're just fudging them even more. Like not including the 23 million jobs lost in the oil fields. But first, let's put the 257,000 job gains in perspective. The BLS, they never counted as, say, the 23,000 jobs lost in oil. They counted them as 2,000 jobs, we'll say. And why is it the BLS never identifies, of the 257,000 jobs, how many are full-time to part-time? Why aren't they breaking them down? So many full-time, so many part-time. Because 60% of the jobs created since Obama took office are low-paying crap, healthcare or food service jobs. 60%. Healthcare now employs 15 million Americans, up 11% since Obama became president. That's 1 in 10 jobs that's in healthcare. Are you nuts? Food service added 10.8 million jobs. That's up 14% since he became president. But when you ask him...
We just got an outstanding jobs report, 1 million jobs created in the past 3 months. Is it time to say that finally the financial crisis is over?
Look, I think that it is time to say that we've really turned the corner.
Turn the corner? The GDP in 2014 came in at 2.6%. It was supposed to be 3%. Wait till it gets hit next month. When, remember, they didn't count in December or in January. They didn't count in December. They're going to revise the GDP because they didn't count or subtract the bad number that we had in the trade deficit. That's 1 point alone. Durable good orders sank 4.3%. Wages in December dropped to 2.3%. November revised downward from 0.4 to 0.2. Transportation down 9%. Manufacturing lowest point of the year. So now they decide, okay, let's take January numbers and fudge them, make them look good. Disposable income came out and dropped like a flying crowbar, like a flying monkey. Dropped most in 40 years. When real disposable personal income drops by 0.2% from a month earlier, and then plummets by 2.7% from a year ago. The biggest collapse since the depression in the semiconductor depression in 1974. This is unbelievable. Americans' debt, total debts, at 58 trillion compared to Obama came in office at 1 trillion. Credit card debt has rose 10 billion. 10 billion. Student loan debt exceed 1.2 trillion. There are 37 million student loans, and there are 7 million in default. Things are better. Unbelievable. If the economy is doing so good, then why is it after 6 years they have not raised income? And they haven't raised the interest rates. Why haven't they raised them? And why is it mortgage debt fell 69 billion to 8 trillion? Why is it home equity lines of credit fell 5 billion? If things are so good, wouldn't people be going out getting home equity loans? Unbelievable. Mortgages, credit card debt, student loan debt up 13 trillion. That's $120,000 of debt per household or 50,000 individual. There's 2.1 million fewer people working full-time now than when Obama took office. Of our 248 million job pool, only 118 million are working full-time. This is just crazy. Crazy. So, as I said, this makes no sense. Not at all. These aren't good numbers. These aren't good numbers. Remember we were told how if we liked our health care, our insurance, we could keep it, we could keep our doctor. It's the same thing going on now. It's all lies. Here, look. Let's go back to 2009, 2014. And I would hope they were right. I'm not trying to pour cold water on it, but to make money, you got to know the facts. See, here's the problem. By lying that the unemployment rate is 5.7%, that hurts. That's why you need charting. That's why you need charting to invest. You can't invest with fundamentals. Because when they drop the rate to 5.6%, when the unemployment rate is 12%, what they are not applying the medicine we need. So instead of, it's like you go into the hospital and you have third stage cancer. But the doctor, it looks good because he wants you to feel good. Oh, it looks good. So he gives you a couple aspirins till you go home. It's the same thing. That's the same thing. So if we go from 2009 to 2014, beef, veal, gasoline prices, even with the deep discount lately in the oil prices, these items since 2009 have increased 45% compared to his hourly wage increase of 10% that they're bragging about. So our food, our must-need expenses that we have to spend, we have no choice, increased 45%, but they're bragging on an annual basis wages have increased 10% since 2009. What are you, nuts? Bacon alone increased 67% compared to his wage increase of 10%. Eggs, 30%. Coffee, 27%. I'm rounding them off. Electricity, 9%. Milk, 21%. Ground beef, 39%. That's just to name a few of the need to purchase items. And they're saying things are good. And we've had a 122% increase in food stamps. What are you, nuts? What's good is using the charts and taking advantages to make money, not fundamentals. And we'll take a look at the market when it opens. 28 past the hour on Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
philsgang.com is a powerful online website for novice and experienced stock traders and investors who demand professional-grade online tools, superior customer support, and extensive investing education. Not sure how to trade or invest in stocks? philsgang.com is your #1 educational source for online stock trading and investing material, with daily webinars, individual charting videos, and programs customized to make you a smarter, more informed investor. It's as simple as following Phil's philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell. When they buy, you buy. And when they short stocks, you short. In this volatile market, wouldn't it be nice to have someone guide and coach you to create wealth in the stock market? Well, you can with philsgang.com. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC. Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. The Phil's Gang. Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived? Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Investors who want to maximize their opportunities and minimize their losses, turn to philsgang.com. Beginner or seasoned investor, philsgang.com is where you learn to invest using professional level skills and strategies, regardless of your experience and investing goals.
Been a member for about a year, and this year I'm up around 60% on my portfolio.
I'm a new gang member. I'm up like 15% in 3 months. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
For only $49.95 a month, you will have access to all Phil's Gang programs, special alerts, the daily investing class, and all material is archived. So why don't you take care of your financial opportunities with philsgang.com? Operators are standing by. Simply call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com today.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel on YouTube.com.
Critics who said the administration had a series of job-killing policies. How do you respond to those critics over the years?
Well, I think that the facts have proven them wrong. If we have an economy where we're growing jobs at a record rate, we're seeing strong growth, we're seeing a comeback in manufacturing, now we're seeing housing and construction come back, and we've seen our deficit go way down, all at a time when...
Wait a minute. Let's talk about manufacturing coming back. No, it's not. No, it's not. Since Obama took office, when he took office, there were 8 million manufacturing jobs. It dropped to 6 million by 2014. Now, we have 2 million fewer manufacturing jobs than the day he took office. Let's talk about his home ownership coming back. It's at a 25-year low. It's so bad that Obama met with Wells Fargo in the White House at the end of 2014 with Fannie and Freddie and told them, we got to get housing moving again. What we want you to do, the president said to Fannie and Freddie, we want you to contact the banks and tell the banks to start taking mortgage applications with credit scores under 600. They moved them up to 640 minimum. Now they're moving them down to less than 580. They also said to Fannie and Freddie, tell the banks you'll take all their FHA subprime loans. You'll take them with 3% down, even bad credits, even with bad credit. So wait a minute, if they had the meeting at the end of 2014 with, this is just Wells Fargo, he's going to do it with all the banks. Remember, Fannie and Freddie, we bailed them out with $180 billion because they did this before. Remember, it was Bush and it was Clinton who did the same thing. Started the subprime mortgages, went to Fannie and Freddie and forced them to buy from the banks all this lousy subprime paper. Now we're doing it again. Are you kidding? So he's saying, oh, the housing's doing better. No, it's not. And manufacturing is doing worse. And if it wasn't, why do we have a 122% increase in food stamp spending? What are you, nuts? And we have a 10 million person increase in the number of individuals receiving welfare. 107 million. More than 1/3 of our population. Disability checks since 2009 jumped from 8.8 million to 12 million in 2014. What are you, nuts? So what they're going to do when they're telling you they're going to raise rates, they're not. They can't. So that's why this is a tremendous opportunity. They're going to have to do QE4. So here's what's going to happen. And by the way, if you want to follow me on my charts right now, go to philsgang.com. If you're on front of your computer, or if you have a mobile device, go to philsgang.com, click on Watch Live, and you can see it. Or it's archived for tonight. And I'll explain what's going on. First of all, the banks they're the ones that have to lead. Now look on my PT2 chart. If you have my PT2 chart, you'll see where it turned red. We had a big drop from 25.13 down to 22.80. These are the banks. And they just started to turn green right around $23. It hasn't made a new high yet until the banks make a new high. But the banks are struggling. And how are they getting their profits? They're getting their profits by taking their set-aside bad loans and taking that set-aside and putting it on the bottom line to boost their profits. So instead of having set-aside for bad loans, let's say they have $10 million set-aside. They're taking $9 million of it every quarter, and they're shifting it to the bottom line to boost up the numbers. But here's where you're going to make money. Okay? Remember, stop thinking about making money in the market, because you keep listening to this jibber-jabber of these guys who lie. Whether Republicans or Democrats, it doesn't matter. Whoever's in the White House is going to lie about the economy. Because remember, the problem with our economy, unlike Germany, our economy is based on consumption. Germany's economy is based on manufacturing. Wouldn't it be nice to have an economy judge you on how much you manufacture rather than how much we consume on a credit card? That's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? It is absolutely ridiculous. So, but that's where we are. Hey, just take our corporate earnings. They are dropping. They're not going up. They're down 5%, but nobody tells you that. All right, so let's go and take a look at our chart. Let's take a look at the oil sector. Now, I told you oil, I'm putting it up. Look at my PT2 chart. Look how wonderful these charts are. Anybody can do this. You don't need to know anything about fundamentals. You don't have to know about profit margins. You don't have to know about free cash flow. You don't have to know about all those things that you say, oh, I need a broker because how am I going to do this? I don't know anything about the fundamentals. You don't need to know anything about the fundamentals. All you need to know, can you tell when it's green on a chart? Can you tell when it's red? And can you tell a crossover? And if you look on my PT2 right now, oil, here we have a crossover. That's a confirmation. It turned from red to green, oil. It was at $10, $9.63. And then it turned green at $10.81. So why did it wait to turn green at $10.81 on my chart, if you're following me? Because it's identifying the institutions are not putting enough money in. They're not buying enough. They're not putting enough money in to have what we call the pricing power. There's no pricing power. But seeing that nice on your chart, you can tell when they're putting enough money in. That's such a beautiful thing. So you don't need to know the trailing PE, the forward PE, price to book, profit margins, operating margins, return on assets, return on equity. You don't need to know any of that. Just know if it's green. You just need to know if it's green. So oil's coming up. So this gives you a safe way to catch oil. If we go back a year, oil dropped from $26 down to $9. Just use $9. So we'll say 26 to $9. That's my producer give me a percentage here of that drop. That's a 65% drop. So even if you went in and bought oil today using my PT2, I would buy it when it gets above $12.56. And then I would put a stop under $9.51. I would start out like the program we use to start with is a 25 share program. That doesn't mean you just keep 25 shares on. It's like sending out a scout. But when you have oil drop that much, your risk to reward is on your side. So 25 shares you put on, you're going to risk $25 to make $200. And then what you're going to learn in our teaching format, how to start adding 200 shares or 400 shares or 500 shares, which is subjective. But we'll show you a pattern that says, okay, now it's safe. It's consolidated. You can add more. That's what it's all about. That's what pattern recognition is. You got to listen to these people on CNBC? Are you kidding me? It's ridiculous.
I think that if you look at our economy right now, it is quite strong, and on a relative basis, it's stronger than a lot of the economies that we compete with.
Yeah, that means like you go to your hamper, all the shirts are dirty, you pick out the one, because you didn't do your wash, you pick out the one you think is the cleanest in your dirty. What do you mean all the other economies? The only reason they're measuring the economy's strength by the dollar instead of by the Treasury, the 10-year Treasury. We're at 1.9%. That Treasury yield tells you this is such a weak economy. It's telling you looking forward, it's such a weak economy. But they don't tell you that. They tell you, oh, forget the 10-year Treasury. Just look at the stock market. Just look at the stock market. What are you, nuts? But here's the wonderful thing. The market will continue to go up for the next 2 years because they're going to have to do QE4. Now, what we're hoping is we get a nice 10% correction, then they announce QE. If they don't, if they announce it in advance, then we'll catch it anyways. All you've got to do is stay with oil. And if you look at oil, because here's the dollar. Remember, what's going on with the dollar? And I'm putting up on my chart right now for you to see. You notice how the dollar is starting to pull back? We're starting to see a pullback. Why? Because people no longer believe the story that he's telling us, that the United States economy is terrific. No, it's not. Buying stocks is. It's an individual stock market. It's what it is. We'll be right back with more stocks. 43 past the hour.
For more information on this show, go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
At philsgang.com, we're here to help you build a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security. Phil's Gang's technical chartists Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell are dedicated to helping you and guiding you to make profits in the stock market. For over a decade, philsgang.com has been empowering Phil's Gang members to take control of their financial lives. We're proud to offer knowledgeable investment guidance, powerful trading tools, and investing resources that help you pursue your goals with confidence. philsgang.com has daily live webinar trading classes. They post alerts on market moves. They have tons of stock charting educational videos, and all philsgang.com material is archived. Whether you're an active trader or long-term investor, philsgang.com gives you everything you need to research stocks, place trades, and manage your portfolio. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic, and that's philsgang.com.
At philsgang.com, we're here to help you build a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security. Phil's Gang's technical chartists Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell are dedicated to helping you and guiding you to make profits in the stock market. For over a decade, philsgang.com has been empowering Phil's Gang members to take control of their financial lives. We're proud to offer knowledgeable investment guidance, powerful trading tools, and investing resources that help you pursue your goals with confidence. philsgang.com has daily live webinar trading classes. They post alerts on market moves. They have tons of stock charting educational videos, and all philsgang.com material is archived. Whether you're an active trader or long-term investor, philsgang.com gives you everything you need to research stocks, place trades, and manage your portfolio. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Please grab a pen and paper or type this into your phone. InvestYourself.com. For the best free financial newsletter on the planet, go to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. Hi, my name is Bob Renier, and for over 20 years I've been publishing InvestYourself.com, and I guarantee this is the only newsletter that provides the truth, it's easy to read, and it's free. Consider this. The feds have just ended the QE program in this country, but Japan and Europe continue to print money, and all of this affects our stock market in ways you've never seen before. I invite you to sign up at InvestYourself.com. Our absolutely free newsletter will help guide you through what's really affecting our markets instead of the nonsense you hear from the mainstream media. For over 20 years, people have called it the best free newsletter on the planet, and I think you'll agree. Take a moment and go over to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. It's absolutely free, no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's InvestYourself.com, InvestYourself.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Gang, InvestYourself.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, I'm not going to go over all the news that came out about ISIS over the weekend. You've heard plenty of that. You don't need that from me. What you need from me is help in your retirement. You need to accumulate wealth. And you're not going to do it any longer using fundamentals, contacting a broker. Those days where that broker used to work for you, find undervalued stocks, and then he'd measure how well the management is doing by looking at the return on assets, the return on equity that manager was producing, those days are gone. They buy the stocks first, and they mark them up and sell it to you. And here's your biggest problem. Even when you were doing well, you always gave your profits back because you never knew when to get out. Those days are gone with technology. I'm not just saying it. It's true. Give you an example. Take a look on my chart right now. Go to philsgang.com. And by the way, I have some wonderful videos in my video library on YouTube. Just go to The Phil's Gang. And you got these beautiful video libraries. Okay, this library with all these videos on charting and so forth, and on the economy. Look, I would love nothing more to come out here every morning and do like everybody else, tell you how wonderful the economy is. But I built my reputation over the years by being straightforward, and I've always been right. Every crash that's occurred, I've been right on it. My gang members will tell you that. I've been able to forecast them. But I could come out and be joyous and happy and tell you just like this guy, Jack Lew, everything's wonderful. Go ahead, spend money. Go ahead, don't save anymore. Just go spend, spend, spend. But I'm consistent. You can say I'm consistently grumpy if you want. But I am grumpy because we're being duped. Weren't we duped? In the dot-coms, we were duped. Weren't we duped with TARP? They're supposed to take of that $800 billion and give us $250 million for housing to help all the people who are upside down on their homes, and they never did. Weren't we duped with our insurance? Sure we were. And now we're being duped in the stock market. Everybody's telling us, look at the market. We have a great economy. Jobs are terrific. Well, you know jobs aren't terrific. How could jobs be terrific? When 60% of the jobs he's creating are crap, part-time jobs. Most people work in 2 jobs. You know it. I know. If we dug J.P. Morgan up, they'd tell the truth. But see, these people have to keep talking like this because they are on the air because of advertisers. And their advertisers don't want them telling the truth because you're not going to go to the store and spend. They got to get you to feel good. All I'm asking you is to think independent. Stop with this herd mentality. See, they're looking for the herd mentality. I'm looking for the individual. I'm looking for the independent thinker who can look at a chart like GDX right now and could see when GDX was at $17 after these mining stocks fell 30%. And we could spot, and if you go to my site, philsgang.com, click on right now, watch live. If you don't have time or you don't have a mobile device, then go to my archive tonight and I'll show you. So when the gold mining stocks stopped dropping at $17.12, we waited till it turned green, telling us institutions were buying. That means the big guys were coming in. Vanguard, BlackRock, T. Rowe Price. See, and that's good. That's what you want. Because, see, the PT2 is not only easy to navigate, but it empowers you is not as a herd mentality thinker, but empowers you as an individual, as an activist investor. You influence your own outcome of your investment, not by following the herd, by following the fundamentals. You're a broker who puts you in a stock and tells you it's a great stock. And I tell you, oh, the PEs are cheap. Start buying it. PEs are cheap. Are you kidding? The PEs are higher than the profits of the company. Are you kidding? So you're going to make money. This is a great opportunity to make money by just knowing that this market has been up for 6 years, and to get it up by doing one thing: printing money and doing quantitative easing, giving that money, pumping it into the market, not to the economy. They're not going to stop. So if we get a nice pullback, we're going to make money on the way down. Here, give me an example. Let's say GDX. You can see GDX turn green at 1801. Remember, when it stopped going down to 1710, we didn't get in until, again, 1794. That's what we started to identify, I should say, for our gang members that turned green. Then some of the gang members started getting around $19. Some got in a little bit later, $20, but they got in and felt comfortable because it was green. Because why? Why would they feel good it's green? Because the PT2, it works. It works. See, it empowers you, as I say, as an individual, as an activist investor, where you influence the outcome of your investment by using these charts, not fundamentals. And chart represent an efficient and an intelligent way, for heaven's sakes, to invest. Doesn't it make sense? See, charts use precision and mathematics rather than this crap that comes from CNBC like this.
We just got an outstanding jobs report, 1 million jobs.
Outstanding? How could it be outstanding when they left 23,000 oil jobs? They kicked them to the side. So we won't show them that. We won't deduct it. We'll just take 2,000 of them, deduct it. Outstanding? When 60% are, since Obama's been in office, are lousy part-time jobs? Nothing outstanding. But here's what's outstanding. I can buy gold mining stocks with a great comfort, and then it turned red today. Friday it turned red, and it's red now. Now it tells me I should be taking some profits. Isn't that nice? I knew when the money is coming in. Look on my chart. You can see if you're following me on a mobile device or your computer. But now you can see it's been consolidating. It's going sideways. And now it's turned red. So that tells me, hey, let's take some profits. See, you weren't able to do that with the dot-coms. You weren't able to do that. Things are better now than ever. God's sakes, the American total debt are higher now at $58 trillion than when Obama took office at 50. But see, he knows he's talking to herd mentality. He's talking to the person with the Obama phone. He's talking to the 11 million people who get disability checks. He's talking to the people who are on welfare. That's his group. That's who applaud for him. All we know is, let's forget the politics. Let's make money. Here, let's take a look at another stock. Let's take a look at oil today. I got one of my stocks up today is WTI. Now, WTI is a nice little stock, and we put that up as one of our stocks today. Now look at this. This stock, WTI, dropped. If we go back a year, WTI dropped from $19 all the way down to $5. That's a nice discount. That's a hell of a discount. When are you going to get a discount like that again? That's a 73% discount, and you're not buying? So all you do, forget what they're saying. Whether the economy is good or bad, it doesn't matter, because the big money makes money in the stock market. They disconnect themselves from the economy, from the politics. They don't care. They control the market. When they put money, these guys control Vanguard, BlackRock, T. Rowe Price, Northern Trust, J.P. Morgan. They control the market. So here's all you do. You see how it turned green? Now it's giving us a signal after this big drop, almost 60%. Now it's telling us they're putting money in. So that means I could buy WTI right now if I wanted to. Right now if I wanted to. And just put a stop in. I could buy it at, let's say I buy it at $6.70. I could put a stop in at $4.79. And so I control it. I won't lose much money at all if I'm wrong. Join my gang. Let me help you learn how to use a chart. philsgang.com. Join today.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.